it was so clear to me that you were going to win and that you knew or believed you were going to win. Your face was so confident compared to every other competitor. Where did that confidence come from?
My confidence came from my vision, because I am always a big believer that if you have a very clear vision of where you want to go, then the rest of it is much easier, because you know always why you're training 5 hours a day. You always know why you're pushing and going through the pain barrier, and why do you have to eat more, and why do you have to struggle more, why do you have to be more disciplined, and all of those things become much more clear. It's not like, oh my God, I have to do another 200 sit-ups. It's more kind of like, I can't wait to do another 200 sit-ups, because that will get me one step closer to have the abs that I need to win that Mr. Universe. And that's my goal. I see myself clearly on that stage, winning the Mr. Universe. I see myself very clearly of getting the trophy, standing there with the trophy, raising it above my head, and having hundreds of bodybuilders around me, kind of below me on stage, looking up and idolizing me, including the thousands of people that are watching the event. So that was always my clear vision, and that always inspired me to go all out. And so when I went for a competition, you have to understand, I went to the Junior Mr. Europe during my time in the military. And so what it took for me to go and to get on that train, the Personenzug, which was a people's train, meaning kind of like, it was not a Schnellzug, the fast train. It was the slow train that literally stopped in every train station to let workers off and to bring new workers on. And that's what the train was. And so with that, you went all the way to Stuttgart, because it was the cheapest way of going, because I didn't have much money.
And you didn't get hit by any customs officers or anything like that?
Well, we got hit, but the minute we got through it, right. I didn't have my passport, because you have to give up the passport when you go into the military, right? So, you pass. I didn't even have a passport. Passport we got afterwards when we were finished with the military. But so we got through, and we got to Germany, to Stuttgart, and so there was this will there that no matter what it takes, and even if I have to crawl to Germany, that I will be there at that event, because that was my shot. When I saw the ads about this Mr. Europe Junior competition, Bestgebauter Athlet Europas in German. And that was my opportunity to really go and to make my first kind of entry into an international competition. And I felt that, I can win it. And that's what I was there for. I wasn't there to compete. I was there to win. And so that's why you saw that facial expression. There was a certain arrogance there. There was a certain way that I posed with the other competitors. I always felt during the pose-off that I had my act together much more than the others did, and then I'm gonna, make them feel inferior, and I will win, and I will look facially and physically to the judges that I'm the champion.
So you touched on something I really want to dig into, which is the psychological warfare of bodybuilding, of life in general. I really feel, and this is a compliment, I mean it as a compliment, a real master. And if anyone who's watched Pumping Iron or anything, I think comes away with that as a takeaway. How did you develop that? And for instance, when you were, I guess, 17 or 18, how did you get inside the heads of those people at that point?
I think that it came about when I trained in the gym. I always felt that people are kind of really vulnerable in certain areas. So that someone that comes to the gym and works out because he wants to have a better body, that he most likely will be vulnerable. And that's during conversations that I discovered in Munich when I was trainer in the gym. They were vulnerable when you said something like, well, you're fat. Well, it was not like even a doubt in anyone's mind. If 10 people would have looked at that guy, or 100 people, they all would have said that that guy is fat. But he was outraged. He said, what? Do you really think I'm that fat that you're mentioning it? I said, well, you're in the gym. I go to the doctor's office and say, I have a cough. I don't go and beat around the bush. I say, I have to tell him what the problem is, and then he can give me the medication. I say, this is the same thing in the gym. I say, you come here because you're fucking fat. And so now let's solve the problem. And so there's no beating around the bush there either. And so, so I could see that they were kind of like shriveling up and kind of shocked. So I could see the vulnerability. And then I tried different lines on people, and we'll talk about their hairline, or we'll talk about the hair color turning gray, and then it would just freak out.
But I don't know. I always thought I was Jim Brown.
You knew from the beginning the world was going to know who Mike Tyson was.
100%, yeah.
At what age did you know that?
14.
Why is that?
Because I was beating everybody at 14.
So you knew at 14, I have a skill set that very few people have.
More than a skill, I had a mindset, more than my skills, I had the mindset.
What's the mindset, if you were to unpack it?
No, to kill, destroy, break them down. It's just, I'm the greatest.
In your mind?
Huh? Excuse me?
I want to ask this, did you say I'm the greatest because that you said that at 14, or are you saying today that you believe you were the greatest boxer ever?
No, I believed it when I was 14. You have to first leave success is all about a lifestyle. I lived the lifestyle of the champion at 14.
You lived the lifestyle of a champ at 14?
At 14, yeah. In order to be the champ, you have to live a lifestyle of the champ. Right?
So tell us what that means. What does that mean, the lifestyle of a champ?
Discipline. It's all about discipline, doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. That's what it's all about.
Tom Brady was talking. How many times did he use the discipline yesterday, by the way, when he was talking? What would be the number? 20 times, 30 times, 40 times? It was all discipline.
Well, if you don't have discipline, I don't care how skillful you are, you're nothing. Nothing.
Any opponents you faced that had a lot of skills but didn't have the discipline, that they fizzled out? Like even at 14 years old, were you kind of like...
The reason why they didn't have the discipline because they allowed their mind to take over and say you can never beat him.
Because they say that one more time? Because...
It's not the physical aspects, it's emotionally and psychologically. I put the impression that I'm God on them. No, really, if you don't believe you're God, why are you here? True, right? If you don't be the best ever, why are you here?
But I feel I'm better than that now. I feel I'm matured. I've come full circle. I've experienced everything in this business, right? I mean, I'm just an experienced individual. I know what I need to do when I'm doing it, and I have a solid team of masters, tacticians behind me that I discuss my feelings and my thoughts with them, and we brainstorm. And communication is another thing. I wasn't communicating with my team and my people, and I was almost assuming that it should be understood, and now we're just in sync, like just conversations, constant conversations about techniques, about skills, about practices, and we're all just rising and feeling the energy, and it's a beautiful time.
Was there ever a point where you thought you wouldn't be back to this spot, maybe not even fight again? Was there ever a doubt in your mind?
No. I was there. My training was flawless. Like I said when we had that discussion a while back, right? I was in phenomenal condition. I just had a few little slip-ups, and they caused me. I ended up in a damn cell. I thought, you know what I mean? It just slipped away from me. But I was in a phenomenal place then also. So, I knew I'd get back. I knew I'd. Sometimes certain things need to happen for you to kind of. To get things right? So that's what happened to me, and here I am.
You're not, wow, we've never seen Conor in this.
Look, I'm as real as it gets, like the slogan of the UFC. You get what you see with me. If I'm in the wrong, I'm in the wrong, and I'm real. That's who I am. So.
That wasn't that long ago. That was just 5 or so months ago. But your demeanor is different. You seem different. You seem happier. Of course, you're about to fight. What's the difference between this guy and that guy in August? Were you nervous about your career? Were you nervous about your future there?
No, I just I let people down, and that's it. And just I'm in a position where I must you must take control of things and not shy away from things. And that's I've never done that in my career, and I never will do it. And I'm back here now. How many months? 5 months ago that was. solid 5 months work. So I'm very, very happy with it.
One thing that I remember you saying in that interview was you felt like it was a knife in the heart when you started to hear the Irish fans in particular lose faith in you, lose that trust in you, because they propped you up, right? You meant so much to them. Do you feel like
the support of the people means a lot to me? You know, I do this to entertain the people. You know, this is for my fans and my people who believe in me, and not so much anything that's gonna, just my lack of commitment. I think the people who believe in me and support me, they deserve better, and I wish to give them that, and I will, and I am. I know, like you said, people can see that I'm putting in the work, and I'm putting in the focused work, and that's why we're all in good spirits. No more. I'm just focused on myself, my inner thoughts, my team's thoughts, and that's where we're at.
The legendary boxer, Marvin Hagler, he once said many moons ago that it's hard to wake up at 5 a.m. to go run outside when you're waking up in silk pajamas. You've experienced that now, right?
I'm kind of in a silk tracksuit.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
this
very
is, you know, I said the Reebok Conor McGregor line.
Is that a real thing?
No, yeah.
It's hard
it's not, I don't think it's, for me, it's not about money, right? I'm in a position where it's forever money now. This is not for money for me, you know what I mean? So, no amount of money will stop my hunger for this, and my hunger to compete and entertain and live my life the way I want to live it and the way I enjoy to live it. And it's certainly, it's too much money, and without an awareness of it in the past can be dangerous. You know, there's no limits, there's no boundaries. You can do anything, you can go anywhere, you can. But I know what I want to do and what I enjoy doing, and this is what I enjoy doing, so I'm going to keep doing it. And now I'm doing it full steam ahead, and I'm in the best shape of my life, mental and physical.